Mm-hmm. So say there's already 3 people here?
Yep. They've been waiting.
Here? They've been waiting. Somebody's been waiting.
Yeah, 3 people.
Thank you for waiting.
Who is it?
4 people and 1 light.
Or why is it?
Now there's 5 of them. Hey guys, how's everybody doing tonight?
Hello. I opened homestead.
You can't read, can you? You're just like your mother. That really says country homestead preacher. I don't know why they can't. Him and Amber can't get y'all's name straight. It's always country preacher homestead. So at least I get the three words in there. Hey guys.
Hi, Linda. Christy
Just seeing that you all are live. Only got a few minutes, but wanted to say hello. How you doing? Who's your back? Amber is at home. She is not feeling well, so she asked me to do her live tonight. And
it was supposed to be just me and him.
Anyway,
but then they came over.
We're here. Would you quit? They can see that on. Anyway, it's good to see everybody tonight. We hope y'all are doing well. Is it hot where y'all are at? It is warmed up here in Northwest Arkansas the last couple of days.
Oregon.
Oh, 7 people.
Homestead. Single man.
Hey, single man, Eli. It's good to see you.
Hey, Miss.
I will tell her that y'all wish she was feeling better and sending love to her. She doesn't. She's sick to her stomach. She doesn't know really what's going on. She's not running fever or nothing. She just nausea. And anyway, been that way for a couple days.
Do you run fever when you're food poisoned?
Not necessarily. But it's so hot here in Southwest Missouri, just north of us. Yeah, you are if you're in Southwest Missouri. Yep. I saw the news report today, and they were saying that we could be back in the 80s next week. That'd be nice, but I won't be here next week to enjoy that. I'll be in Cincinnati, Ohio. So 110 chill factor for tomorrow.
Hi, Nana.
Yeah, that's funny.
Dad has. Hi, Nana. Honeybee. Hi, Nana. Daddy's in a sugar rush because he ate.
I think Amber's problem is she's probably just having withdrawals. She had a birthday this week, and I told everybody at church that she's 29 plus shipping and handling. So I think she's just having a little problem coming to grips with having a birthday, maybe. If I was any better, I'd hate my son. That's funny. So,
I want out.
You want out? Where are you going? You going back to the house?
Lock the door. That's why you can't get out.
No, you just locked the door. Now turn the knob. Looky there. We got child-proof locks on a regular doorknob over there. They can't get out the door. Bun in the oven. Single man. No. We don't even joke about that anymore. That's not funny. Nana says, hey, Charlie, and hey, Keegan. So.
Charlie.
The alternative to not getting older isn't good. Yeah, have you all seen the, I'm sure you have, on Facebook, everybody's doing the face app pictures and looking at how they might look later on in life. I seen, oh, it's okay, single man. But I seen one of my friends that I went to college with took a picture of the ground, and he said that's what his future looks like. So I'm going to be in the ground. Grass growing over the top of him. Life with Linda. I'm old and I know what I look like. I don't need a nap. Yeah. I'm going to guess that I won't have any hair in the future. That's just a
But it
just
said
a guess.
it said you would have brown hair and a gray beard.
Brown hair and a gray beard, but it's non-existent on my head. So how's that going to work out?
You do have brown hair.
Yeah, around the edges, but the top is shining pretty good tonight.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, some of those pictures are kind of
Charlie,
crazy, aren't they?
Charlie, the chicken was good.
So Charlie cooked dinner tonight,
Yep.
and it wasn't ready by the time I came over
Let me go get you some.
for getting ready for this. I had some work to finish up. We had a 4-H club meeting, and I had to cut my work short, and so I came home and had some leftover pizza, and then came over to finish up my work. But Charlie cooked dinner. What did you make? What do you call that?
Honey garlic chicken.
Honey garlic chicken. So basically, he put it in a crock pot. It was
King said he liked it.
chicken legs and soy sauce and potatoes and
Even
carrots and what else?
Tomatoes.
Was there honey in it and garlic? I'm guessing.
Yes, and had some spices. And
Yeah.
once I picked up, when I tried to pick one of the chicken legs up with the tongs.
Look his hand. This guy, I tell you what, he's been pestering me all evening.
When I tried to pick up one of the chicken legs with the tongs, it just ripped the meat straight off. No bone.
So it cooked well. It was falling off the bone chicken.
Yes.
That sounds pretty good, don't it? She Moved Mountains says, good job. Nana says, good job.
Ooh, She Moved Mountains.
So,
Grandma's so happy.
I'll be back.
you'll be back?
Yeah, look, it's
All
your
right.
it's your channel, Andy's
He'll be back.
Tennessee
Baby.
Life and
Yeah,
Homestead.
Andy's Tennessee Life and Homestead. Good to see you. Stringfield Ridge Farm. That is Lee and Teresa.
Yeah, Lee
Yeah.
and Teresa.
I didn't know Lee had such good moves until his little dance video the other day.
Yeah.
The Get Up video, that was good. So, Amber's not here, and usually she would sing a song. So, Keegan, why don't you sing a song?
What song?
I don't know. A song. Pick a song.
I can't sing a song by myself.
So, when are y'all doing the Get Up video? We probably won't. No, we enjoy watching them, but we have talked about the Get Up video, and of course, y'all know I pastor a church, and she is a pastor's wife, and
For pastors' kids.
there he is, and they're pastor's kids, obviously. Yeah, that stating the obvious. We just the lyrics to the Get Up. There's one lyric in there that's over and over, and it could be misconstrued, and we just don't want to do anything that would lead somebody in the wrong way, possibly. And so we're just not going to. We'll do something. I think Amber said that are you closing in on 1,000 on the channel? And I think there's something maybe in the works for that 1,000 subscribers. I don't know that for a fact. I haven't looked at the
We could be like up
at
to
the
900
latest
maybe
numbers.
now. I don't know.
But they're getting close, and I keep saying they're getting close. You know, this is one of those things. For me, I really don't know where I fit in. I mean, obviously, I'm dad, right? And
Dad. Sometimes he's daddy.
I'm part of the family, but being in front of the camera isn't necessarily my thing. It's taking some getting used to. I'm looking at the 835 subscribers right now, so they're getting close, and so I'm still trying to figure out where I fit in with all this and try to contribute as I can, but not real comfortable with making videos of just everyday life, which There's nothing wrong with that. It's just getting comfortable with it and figuring out how I contribute to that. But I don't sing. Well, I do sing. They don't let me sing, do you?
We let you sing. We just like to record it and you like it.
Mm-hmm. Right. That's why the other day we were somewhere. Where were we at? We were somewhere the other day, and I was singing a song from Oklahoma. Oh, what a beautiful morning. And he said he thinks he can sing well, but he can't. That was directly out of this guy's mouth. So, anyway, there's a story behind that song, though, and me singing it. I sing that to our boys every year at church camp in the cabin when they are not wanting to get out of bed. I sing it as loud as I can and as obnoxious as I can to get them moving out of bed. And so,
And one year I walked up to one of the kids in the cabin next to us, and we said, "Did you hear anyone singing in the cabin next door?" And they said, "Oh yeah."
yeah, they love me. They do, but comfortable. Amber's better half. Yeah. So she is definitely the entertainer of the family. And oh, he's switching chairs over here since everybody else vacated on us, which is fine. I wasn't comfortable at all at first making videos. You can tell that from my early videos. Just takes some time is all to get used to. That, and, I've done some things lately that I thought, I should have filmed that. That would have been good content for the vlog, and I just forget. Elf Lord, she is not feeling well. So she's been in bed almost all afternoon. Her stomach is giving her fits, nausea and whatnot. So she just doesn't have energy and sick to her stomach. So
when I went back there,
I told everybody a while ago she had a birthday, and so that could be part of it. I call Chris the talent too. Yeah. Yep. Well, thank you, She Moved Mountains. I'm sure she will appreciate that. But it's all right. It's just part of it, there she goes. She's here. She's typing stuff in, so she's following along now. There's her little contribution. Amber, that was already brought up earlier. Somebody asked about a bun in the oven. So I think it was Single Man maybe that brought it up. Oh, Charlie went and got dinner.
He left.
So,
Nope.
you can sit in that chair. You left. You can sit in the other chair, or you can go get that chair out of the nursery. The black padded one with arms. That'd be a comfortable chair to sit in. What are you doing there? You brought chicken? I'm not going to eat chicken in front of them. I already had pizza, but thank you.
Right. Was my pizza good?
You want me to try it? Okay.
I could try it.
All right. We're going to do the...
Is it good?
It's hot.
It ain't hot.
It's sweet, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Potato is.
Fine, I'll sit in the black chair.
I didn't get a potato.
There you go.
I don't need a potato. I taste carrots, though. The chicken tastes like carrots.
Mm-hmm.
It's good, though. You did good, man.
Oh,
Potato's hot.
He followed a recipe, I think, that his mom gave him and put it in a crock pot and let it go. So, but he did a good job.
he just went.
What church do I pastor? It's not First Baptist Church of Springfield. No, we live in, obviously, you know that. That was just an example. I pastor the Blues Chapel Free Will Baptist Church in Grubbs, Arkansas.
I just picked up the bone.
We've been here since November of 2014, And I know Life with Linda. I was just teasing you. We have been here since November 2014 and have a good group of folks here, good church, good community. So we're out in the middle of agriculture land. There's rice fields and corn fields and soybean fields just about as far as you can see in any direction. So there's very few trees. So anyway, there's Bob and Melissa.
Hey. Nanny and Pappy. No,
They
Mimi
went
and
to go
Pappy.
eat ice
Mimi
cream.
and Pappy.
Homesteading the hard way.
Let's go to go for some barbecue.
Then Bob, Melissa, and Melanie.
Your brother is a Free Will Baptist minister. Really? No kidding.
Bob and Melissa and Melanie.
What's his name by chance? I might accidentally know him. Granny B grew up in Free Will Baptist. That's awesome.
Bob, Melissa, and their granddaughter Melanie, they went to go eat ice cream on Marco Polo.
Mm.
Mom's
They
Marco
made fun of
Polo.
us.
Melanie gave us a thing.
Yes, Pete's little homestead. She's not feeling well.
Amber feeling bad, Andrew.
He knows your name.
That's because he's probably seen me on other lives and even in Mom's lives where my name is Andrew Haskins on my thing. So.
Oh.
I should have a conversation with myself. No, I'm not gonna. Charlie wants me to log in to this live stream on my phone. Unplug that. On my phone. Unplug that. Kids. So he's logged in on my phone now. And so if you see my name pop up in a minute, it's Charlie typing stuff in on my phone. So what's the best thing that I love about being a pastor? Well, I think maybe the biggest thing is just being able to study and learn more about who God is and what God has designed me to be and what I can do in his service. And being able to share that with other people, being able to see growth in others as they come along in the faith and mature and grow and learn and ask questions and being able to just watch that progression. It's really neat. I've got some kids that whenever Charlie was just born, I was a youth pastor, and there's a couple of kids that were in our youth group that they're pastors now, and so it's cool to see that. You guys are killing me. Quit. Just to see that progression and to know that that's going on. Life with Linda, we have not. It's something we've talked about broadcasting or doing online, and Country Homestead preacher. He has Brother Donnie. He's kind of hinted around about me doing something potentially on YouTube, and I just don't know. It kind of goes back to getting comfortable with being in front of the camera, I guess. It took me a while to Bub says nice to see you in the chat. So getting used to being in front of the camera is a big thing for me.
No.
And when I first started preaching, it was something that you feel very inadequate real quick. You realize that you don't know what you're doing, and there's a big learning curve and learning to trust God. Silence. I don't hear anything. Can you hear me now? So I see Pop says he can't hear anything. So
Was that your stomach or was that mine?
now I do. All right, here we go.
Uh,
So anyway, it's just getting set up to secretly tape him sometime and let us hear. Yeah, the Lord will. We're working toward that, and that's something that we need to do. But yeah, Brother Donnie has made mention of that a couple times to me. So
you don't know.
Yeah, it'll come. Yeah, that's kind of a movement in our culture anyway. Is being able to have that access to go and listen to messages online and have that ability. I've gone deaf again. Well, I'm sorry. Set up a camera in the back when you're preaching like normal, so ain't even thinking about the camera. Well, there's an idea, but right now I'll tell you, this is kind of the with having a small church in a country setting. I am the sound man. I am the lighting director. We don't have stage lighting. We turn it on and the lights come on, but I run the PowerPoint from the stage. I do all that. And so
there's only 5 lights on the stage.
Having to set up a camera and do that would just be one more thing to worry about on Sunday morning, which could be difficult. There's my son again. Got the chocolate. That's chocolate ice cream, right? That's chocolate ice cream.
No.
Yeah, I think he's hinting that he wants some chocolate ice cream later.
No. I'll go get him some. That's poop.
But then you've got the logistics of where I would set up a camera in the back of our sanctuary, because the way our church is situated, our sound room is in a closet with no windows, and so being able to set something up would be kind of a challenge to have it out of the way in the back. But yeah, I would love to have people that knew how to run some of those things. Yeah, I'm trolling myself again. He's sitting over here. I just had chocolate pie, says Pop. But one of these days, we'll get it figured out where I can do more stuff as we progress. But amen. You want ice cream? Yeah. Sorry. Put it to the side at the front and use angles. Yeah, we could do that. That's where I put the computer and the projector and all that stuff. Would you quit? Lock that doorknob. I have locked that thing. I don't know why they decide they can come in and out that door, but yeah, our projector is on the floor. The screen's on the floor off to the side. So once we hit 1,000 subscribers, I'll be able to live stream from my phone. So there you go.
I hope we hit it soon.
If y'all want to see that, then promote. That would get some more people involved and get it to where she could live stream. So
835 subscribers.
Yeah, we already discussed that a while ago.
Oh, you did?
Thank you for that information. I think you were going to get chicken maybe when we discussed it. So, but
835.
Hey, something cool happened this week. I don't know if you guys have all seen that or not, but Amber had posted a video about the Christian Motorcycle Association that came to our church a few weeks ago to surprise Byron. And there's a TV show on about middle of the afternoon, I guess, called Right This Minute, and they picked up her video and featured it on the show. That was kind of a neat thing.
Look what Charlie wrote.
I guess it was last week, wasn't it? Because I tried to, I showed it. Yeah, I see Charlie's being
AMAN.
Yeah. And I tried to show it Sunday at church, and for some reason the computer was buffering and wasn't streaming. And a lot of times, whenever I'm gone for a weekend, a lot of times I'm not gone that often. But when I am, like for instance, when we went to church camp, I was gone on Sunday evening. I was here for the Sunday morning service, and was gone Sunday evening, and so I had a video of service that I found online of all places, and went and pulled that up, and all they had to do was push play on the computer, and it buffered. And my deacon told me Sunday night when I was trying to show the other video, he said that's exactly what it does to me when you're not here. So I'm going to have to rethink some of those things whenever we're not here, to figure out how to make things work a little more seamlessly. I may have to move the computer and stuff over to the other side of the stage, right outside of my office door. Maybe it would get a better connection. I don't know, but churches are built in 3 sections, and they have a hard time getting into different areas so that they can have a child parent room. We haven't been able to do it yet.
Mom.
Yeah, your mom linked, Amber linked the story, so if you want to watch it later, there it is. Yeah, Byron had a good time. He really enjoyed that, and I told him that he just needs to buy me a motorcycle, and then I can drive him around on it from time to time. He thought that was a good idea. I don't know that I think it's a good idea, but he thought it was a good idea. I used to have a motorcycle, and I did ride him around on it when I had it several years ago, and before Charlie was born.
Did you like it?
And he had a ball. I was scared to death the whole time, because it was hard, but we made it safely to our destination and back, and had a good ride. But
You can't see that.
it was
Can you see
definitely challenging.
The spot on the computer. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Charlie stabbed himself with a pencil yesterday.
Razor sharp.
So, hey Melanie, how are you? Hey, it's Melanie.
Oh. Melanie. I miss you. And Bob Melissa. Mimi and Pappy. Yeah, Mimi and Pappy.
Anyway, I got rid of my motorcycle right before Charlie was born, I think. It was an old bike. I think I paid $500 for it. It was a Suzuki GS.
Wasn't it a Honda or something?
No, it was a Suzuki GS 550E, and so it wasn't a big bike. But it got to where the brakes were locking up on it, and I couldn't figure it out. It was sucking air into the line somewhere, and I'd bled the brakes several times, and it kept getting air, and it was the front brake was the one that was locking up, and it got scary. I got tossed a couple times when the front brake locked up on me. Thank goodness it was low speeds, and I was able to not be hurt too terribly badly. Had some skin up hands and elbows and that kind of thing, but
tell me about the one time where you
wasn't going too fast. So
where you hurt your palms.
They don't care. But Yorkshire George says, "Excuse you." So
For what?
the other day, my son was so excited to get a motorcycle.
So you
He
can't
thought his
read?
neighbor was selling it for. When he asked the man, said he forgot a zero, so it was 14,000. Yikes! Yeah, that's a big difference in price, isn't it? We've looked at them on Facebook Marketplace, and there's some decent motorcycles around for fairly decent prices, but I don't know. After being thrown, I kind of like my body intact, and I'll get the itch every once in a while to get one, and then I'll have a friend that gets in a wreck or something and gets hurt, and that kind of brings me back to earth for a little while.
Feels good in here. I'm back, Dad.
Toby's back, Mom. Chris had a motorcycle once for 3 days. He hit a possum, and that was the end of that. Yeah, I can imagine.
Hi, Mama.
Maybe less than $100, huh?
Ow!
Hey, Amber. Bub says he knows where there's a real cheap motorcycle, maybe less than $100. What do you think?
Yeah. I'm gonna suffocate. Hi, Nanny.
Toby's back.
Make a light. We can make a light.
Do you want that light on?
We can make a light.
Oh my
Okay,
goodness.
there's a light.
Makes a light.
Is that better? Can y'all see me better?
Makes his forehead more shiny.
Or we still got a glare? Yeah, a good Harley does come with a price tag.
Yeah, what?
A Honda Davidson is a little more reasonable. That they are.
Hey, Dad. What color are my eyes? What color are my eyes? What color are my eyes?
Your eyes are kind of grayish green. Mine are blue right now. You can see them in the screen.
Is it because you're wearing gray?
I don't know, but
Dad,
My eyes are always blue.
grayish, greenish.
mhm.
And I'm hungry.
There's some chicken right there on that plate. Help yourself. So, hey, Amber, Toby came over here to eat dinner. So, this is probably like 5th dinner for Toby. At 250 Suzuki.
Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yep, we can see you chewing on your chicken. Amber, it's a 250 Suzuki.
Is that kind of what you had?
No,
What did
he's
you
practically eating an entire cantaloupe. Well, that'll be fun. She Moved Mountains says, "Hey, Toby," and "Hey, boys."
I'm not a boy. I'm Keegan. I'm not a boy. I'm a big boy.
He's a big boy.
I'm a big
Big
boy.
boy.
I'm taller than my older
Beach
brother.
cruiser.
I'm taller than my older brother.
Will you stop mentioning that at everybody? Stop it!
I'm
You know I don't like that.
taller than my older brother.
Here, get the bones out of it so he's not. Your brother doesn't know what's what. Get a paper towel out of there, Charlie, and then put the bones in it.
You just licked your fingers on camera.
I know.
That's gross.
Let me lick your fingers on camera.
No! Don't lick my
I
fingers
need
on
an
camera.
adult-sized tricycle. Hey, when I was in middle school, funny thing about an adult-sized tricycle, when I was in middle school, we had somebody in town where I grew up. They had tricycles that I have never seen before, and I've never seen them since. But they were essentially a huge triangle. I mean, I'm talking 8 to 10 feet between riders, and a seat at each corner that swiveled and had pedals at each corner. It was kind of neat, but everybody had to work together to make it go in one direction. And if one person got off, then the whole thing spun. It was kind of crazy.
Was it dangerous?
If my garden tiller or my pickup truck counts as a bike, I've got 2 real nice ones. That's funny.
What did he say?
I don't know, Charlie. I've been over here we've been on for 33 minutes. So, but
Feels like an hour.
actually it says 34:10 up here, but down there it says 33 minutes. So,
Maybe because we started early. We started early, didn't we? Yeah, we started early.
yeah.
And I disappeared.
He disappeared, Charlie.
Oh no! Oh no! Toby's gone!
Toby's making a mess over here. Your head is shining a lot better. Thank you for that. My head's shining a lot better.
Yeah. Who said that?
So, Bub.
Bub.
So,
Your head shining and a lot better looking.
all right. I don't know.
Where's the napkin?
I just threw it in the trash. I've got notifications popping up on Amber's thing here, and it's covering the chat over here.
Look
My
at her.
head's shining a lot better.
She's sick. She's sick.
Amber is sick, Gemini. Well,
My
I
mom
say she's sick. She will poke her head in every once in a while here, but she's in bed over there. Hey, it's Melanie again, and I'm still eating my ice cream.
I want ice cream.
Oh, Melanie, that's not fair.
I told you
I
that
want
I
ice
ice
cream.
cream. I told you.
No, stop it. I want ice cream.
Oak Knob Farm. Hi, single man getting sorrows. Oh, she's just saying hi. Yeah, Gemini, she is at home not feeling well. She had a birthday earlier this week, on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I've just been teasing her, saying that it's because she had a birthday. She's having withdrawals or whatever. She's in denial that she had a birthday. She's getting another year older. Not
I
really.
like
I'm just
ice
teasing her
cream.
about it, but
I want ice cream. Oh, ice cream too. Ice cream. I like ice
too much cake. That she is having too much cake. She made a white Texas sheet cake. Is that right, Amber? And I don't like it. And Charlie don't like it.
It's got icing.
Keegan says he likes it, but I don't know that he's had much of it.
Nuts. The nuts are.
So Amber's pretty much eating the majority of that cake by herself. So that very well could be. It could be too much cake. You got a point there. Yep. Too much cake. She's been eating a bunch of it lately.
That's what she eats for breakfast.
It could be the sugar. You know what?
Every
Now that
day.
you think about it, she hadn't had a lot of sugar lately, and it could be the
She could
could be all the sugar
She
she's
could
eating.
easily be on a sugar rush now because of the.
Yep. I just made the Texas chocolate sheet cake last night. Well, I'm guessing you put icing on it, and so that ruined it for me. Is there anybody else? I love cake for breakfast, Christy, but I'm weird. I'm weird.
Not what I think.
Don't put icing on my cake.
No.
It ruins the cake when you put icing on it. So
Like brownies. Brownies are better.
Pepper's the best in macaroni because it's got a thin layer of icing. Pepper is the best in macaroni. It's really good.
No, hot dogs are.
Oh,
Jeez, man.
ew.
Sit in that seat. You're in timeout.
hey, there's some fans of no icing in Alabama.
Oh.
It ruins it. I just give me a glass of milk
Country
and a piece of
Homestead
cake, and
Preacher.
I'm set.
It's Country
Or an
Homestead
Oreo.
Preacher.
Oreos are good with milk. Yeah. Brownies are good with ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
Pie's good with ice cream.
No,
Like
no,
hot
no.
brownies.
Unless it's good
With a
homemade
scoop of
frosting
ice
plain
cream on
cake, I
top.
agree.
Hot brownies with a scoop of ice cream on
Hot
top.
brownies with marshmallows, with
It's
melted
insane.
marshmallows in them.
I hear you, Gemini. How are you healing up? I know you had a procedure the other day. Are you healing up all right? Are you ready to run a race? I think I could take you right now. I think I could outrun you.
He's on a sugar rush. Not rush. Sugar rush. Yeah.
The cake is going. Get out of here. Go. You're done. Out. I told you earlier to quit that. Get out of here. See how he listens. So there's Green Dream. Yeah, Oak Knob, he's a bit obnoxious tonight. I don't know about the gassy part. He's a bit obnoxious.
Who, me?
No, your brother that I just kicked out. So, hey, Bruce is here.
Wait, you
How
made
you
him,
doing, Bruce?
Wait, you made him bend over.
Bruce is our cousin. So he is
Nice bird.
He's family.
He's getting good at burping. But once you tell him to stop, he just never ends up stopping. And you have to
Apple doesn't fall far from his mother's tree. You've got that right, Bruce.
Bruce fell out of a tree.
Yeah, Bruce fell out of a tree one time. He told us this funny story about that. That's a story that he can share sometime, maybe. But in a week and a half, that will be my house with 2 grandsons doing, in a small version, what
do you
your
want me
boys
to
do.
draw?
3 days plus their sister who joins in.
What do you want me to draw?
Draw Byron driving a boat.
Byron driving
Yeah.
a boat.
Yeah.
With blue. Wait, oh!
Bye, Granny
He
B.
drove the pontoon. There's a pontoon.
We love you too, Bruce. A burp is a compliment. He complimented his own cooking. Yeah. I don't know that she's had any warm tea. She moved mountains.
We swam under the pontoon.
They swam under the pontoon? Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
You swam under the boat?
Yes.
How'd you get up? Oh, you mean through the middle?
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking you went from one side to the other. I thought, no, that's crazy. So
I wouldn't be able to do that.
this is way better than anything on TV. Quality entertainment, right? So I was gonna see if I could find something.
Find something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, have y'all read this book? Anybody? If you haven't, I would highly recommend this book. A lot of good stuff in there. Very challenging. Whenever we think about our prayer life as Christians and our duty as individuals. Very good book. Recommend it to anybody. So, yeah, don't let them follow his daughter down a ditch. Yeah. Yeah, Bub, I was in the truck or the van. I was in the van one day because they had the truck there. I was in the van headed that direction that day. I had ditched the kids that I had and was headed that way. Can't read, say the title. This is Fresh Wind, Fresh Fire, the book is.
Oh.
And it is written by Jim Cymbala.
It has really good stories in it.
Fresh Wind, Fresh Fire by Jim Cymbala.
It has the best.
Jim. Cymbala is Cymbala. So it's kind of a personal testimony of his and
super good book.
Challenge to us to follow and to do the things that God's called us to do. He is, or was, I guess he still is, the pastor at the Brooklyn Tabernacle. Maybe you've heard of their choir, the Brooklyn Tabernacle Choir. He took that church and began pastoring that church when they couldn't pay their bills. They didn't know how they were going to pay the mortgage, thought they were going to be evicted. The church was going to have to close the doors. And anyway, he just kind of talks through how God transformed the church and worked through them and where they've come to. And obviously now their choir is world-renowned and doing awesome. So
it's good.
Good book. Very good book.
Super good stories.
So Stringfield, again, that is Fresh Wind, Fresh Fire by Jim Cymbala. So on another note, kind of on the same theme, on Wednesday nights here at the church, we have been studying through the life of Jacob. We started that several weeks ago and finished up with that a little over a month ago, and just flowed right out of the life of Jacob and went into the life of Joseph, and how he was sold into slavery by his brothers. Of course, they told their dad that he was killed, and they found his garment. He found himself in Potiphar's house, was doing well. Potiphar's wife made some advances on him. He rejected those and found himself in prison, falsely accused, and interpreted some dreams while he was there. Found himself eventually standing before Pharaoh, interpreting Pharaoh's dream. And in that dream, Pharaoh dreamed, basically the interpretation was that they would have seven years of plenty, and they would have 7 years of famine. And so Pharaoh put Joseph in charge of the storehouses and putting things together, putting them up. And Bub, you have a good night. And we anyway, looking at Joseph and that story. And last night we covered the part of the story where Joseph reveals his identity to his brothers. And the thing about the great thing about that is that there were like 20 years difference, more than 20 years time had passed from the time that his brothers sold him into slavery and the time that they stood before him and they were buying grain from him, and ultimately he reveals his identity to him. From a human standpoint, it would be easy for us to look at Joseph and to consider everything that he went through, the difficulties that he endured, and say he had every right to be angry and every right to be upset. But what we find is he tells his brothers there, he says, don't worry about it. God sent me here. You guys didn't send me here. God put me in this place for this time. And if I wasn't here, then, who knows what we would be facing. And whenever we think about our own lives, to apply that to us today, a lot of times we go through difficult times and circumstances, and we don't always see the big picture. We don't always understand why we're going through the things we're going through. But the thing is, we have to trust God. We have to understand that He's in control of the situation, and circumstances may be uncomfortable. We may find ourselves in trying times that we don't understand, and quite frankly, may never understand. But we have to trust God. We have to put our lives in His hand and allow Him to work through us. And Joseph tells his brothers, he says, I have no hard feelings. God sent me here, and He put me in this place so that I could provide for you guys. For us today, that's a big thing. That's a big thing to be able to forgive. I don't know where you guys are and what you're going through tonight. But I just want to encourage you, again, if you're going through a difficult time, find it in your heart, the best of your ability, to trust God, number one. And through that trust is the only way, first YouTube message. Faith in God and trusting Him, that's the only way that we can find it within ourselves to forgive, because it's the forgiveness that He gave us, being portrayed in an outward fashion. So I just want to encourage you tonight to work through those things and understand that God's working all the time. He is orchestrating everything, and we just have to trust Him and find it within ourselves to forgive others and understand that they're not the enemy. Other people aren't our enemy. The adversary is a lot more dangerous than people, and he is seeking us out, and he's trying to destroy us, and we have to keep our eyes on the prize. So
How am I doing?
Hmm?
How am I doing?
Well, I don't know. Let me see. Bruce, I told Keegan to draw a picture. He was wanting to draw a picture earlier.
I'm almost done.
And I told him to draw Byron driving the boat. Tell me, does that bring back memories of anything? Does it look familiar?
I'm trying to finish.
He's trying to finish it up. He wants to know how he's doing. So. Bruce says he's strangely afraid but impressed. So our family went to Lake Washita here in Arkansas with Bruce and his kids and his mom and dad. And we went out on the boat and spent the afternoon on the boat together. And Byron drove the boat. And it was quite comical. And I'm just glad that there wasn't a whole lot of people on the water, because it could have got crazy real quick. But he had a good time. We all had a good time. So
he drove us around while we were out on the water too. He actually wasn't that bad, but he didn't turn too much.
He didn't look ahead or behind. That's absolutely right.
What?
Sometimes the comprehension of the instruction needed a little bit of demonstration as well, but he had a good time. Well, 52.25. The average family. Thanks for stopping by. Yes, he didn't actually on him. I hope to hear him again often. Well, we'll see. Next time, maybe it'll be a little more streamlined, not so shotgun approach. A little more format to what I'm saying. So. Just once a month. I do. No, we won't do any PowerPoint, Bob and Melissa. That's funny. Amber, I do a devotion every Wednesday night. What are you talking about? Once a month. Every Wednesday night we have devotion and prayer here at church. I know what you're talking about. You mean on here. I'm just giving you a hard time.
What, the missions offering? We do that once a month.
Devotion and prayer. Your mom wants me to do a devotion on here once a month. So. Hey, I'm just glad you guys stuck around tonight. The last time I did this for her, I think we got up to like 7 or 8 people, and then we dropped back down to 2, and it didn't go real well. So
we had 27 people, looks like.
Yeah, tonight we've done well. So
I think the reason why so many people watched is because you were doing it and not Mom.
You think what?
The reason why so many people watched it is because you were doing it, not Mom.
It's possible.
And they all know that you're not into vlogging and stuff, but you've gotten better.
Well, thank y'all for the kind words. I know I wanted to say something tonight, but I didn't know how to work it in, because Amber's obviously a little different. That's right. I just said my wife's different. She is. She's a nut.
She's a bad nut.
Bye, Melanie.
Bye, Melanie.
In fact, Amber's mom's maiden name was Almond, so that's how close she is. That's how big of a nut she is. She's right there. She's an almond.
Yep.
She different. Yes, she is. I'm here for the long run to support the channel. God bless. Well, thank you, Eli. Love this. I also miss you, Amber. All right, guys. Well, I think I am. Did Keegan just say I'm a bad nut? Are you a bad nut? Or did you say your mom's a bad nut?
I was saying that off of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
You said what?
I said she's a bad nut off of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, where the squirrels were checking the nuts, and the girl wanted a squirrel, and so she just hopped down there.
Oh, yeah.
And the squirrels knocked on her head, and Charlie said, "She's a bad nut."
Yeah. I got you.
That's what I got it from.
I don't think I called my mother-in-law a butt-it. Don't think I called her a butt-it. I'm pretty sure. My mother-in-law has tremendous texting abilities, by the way. You ought to see some of the stuff she texts. So,
Who?
my mother-in-law.
Which mother?
Your Nana. So, Green Dream, have a good night. Stay safe from the storm. My mama didn't raise no dummy, Melissa and Bob. Yeah, catch lots of rain there, Green Dream. Night, Bruce. Hey, you had a comment up there earlier. You going to let the boys stand up with you when you preach? Toby tries to on occasion. So, anyway. Sunday morning was interesting. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm going to get off of here. It's been fun. Hope y'all had a good night. And we'll see you soon.
I'm almost done. If they're not going to quit fading on me.